A group of organizations aimed at preventing genocide have welcomed the United Nations General Assembly's designation of December 9th as the International Day of Commemoration and Dignity of the Victims of the Crime of Genocide and of the Prevention of this Crime. Armenia has co-sponsored the resolution to establish this day. The event was organized by the Office of Genocide Prevention and Responsibility to Protect. The day opened with the performance of the United Nations Symphony Orchestra, following by remarks of Mogens Lykketoft, President of the 17th session of the United Nations General Assembly. In his speech, Mr. Lykketoft stressed the importance of December 9 being designated as the Day of Genocide Recognition and Prevention, and spoke about the importance of learning from the mistakes made in the past.
Of course, the best way to honor victims of genocide is to learn from the past and prevent future atrocities. We have learned that genocide is not a single event. It's a process that takes time, planning, and resources. We know that there are many signposts along the road to genocide, and thus there are many entry points for us to stop the process and save lives.
He then asked all present to observe a moment of silence in memory of victims of the crime of genocide. Following Mr. Lykketoft's presentation, Ian Eliasson, Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, addressed the audience. He expressed his concern that despite UN's best efforts, the genocide and mass atrocities continue to happen even today.
Intolerance and discrimination and xenophobia are on the rise. The us versus them dynamics is taking hold, fed by systematic fear-mongering from terrorists and violent extremists. But it is also important that democratic societies do not fall in the trap of such provocations to divide us as human beings of equal worth. For the sake of history, for the sake of security, and for the sake of humanity, we must protect all populations, wherever they are.
In his remarks, Armenian Ambassador to the UN, Zohrab Mnatsakanyan, stressed the important contribution Armenia has made to the Committee of Genocide Prevention and Recognition, and paid tribute to all courageous UN staff who often, at the risk to their own safety, reported on mass atrocities around the world. He closed his speech with a powerful and inspiring call for member nations of the UN and members of the committee to pay special attention to early warning signs of genocide in making, and interfere in time to save the lives of innocent men, women, and children whose only crime is belonging to a certain group, nationality, or religion.
Genocides perhaps do not occur every now and then. However, one act of a genocide is one too many. Genocides do not occur out of nowhere. There is enough evidence to claim that this crime is an ultimate culmination of a continued scheming and cultivation of discrimination and hatred against the vulnerable groups. Therefore, the concepts of early warning and early action remain a matter of a continued focus for the international community to build capacity upon. We should admit that if we are serious and watchful enough, in the present world, the situation reports from whichever sources, or daily news bulletins carry sufficient elements of such early warning signs. We must therefore learn to receive and analyze such news and reports, not just in the context of the politics of the day, but also see them through the prism of the Convention. Every pattern of discrimination, every violation of rights affecting vulnerable groups, every exclusionary ideology, every climate of impunity, every denial of genocide, every hate speech and incitement to violence are exactly compelling early warning signs which beg early action. This is about fostering culture of prevention. Those who do not learn from history are condemned to repeat it. We are duty-bound to analyze the causation of past cases in order to prescribe remedies to prevent future genocides.
Adama Ding, Special Advisor of the Secretary General on the Prevention of Genocide, delivered his keynote speech, in which he congratulated Armenia for co-sponsoring the resolution as the International Day of Commemoration and Dignity of the Victims of the Crime of Genocide and of the Prevention of this Crime.
This is a day of great significance. The name given to this International Day underlines the importance of its message. Remember the victims. Prevent genocide. The slogan chosen for the day highlights not only the importance of remembrance, but also the important link to prevention. I would like to congratulate Armenia for its sponsorship of the resolution that established this day.
Several other speakers expressed hope that the work that is being done at the UN will help prevent mass killings and genocides in the future. Genocide is an issue that transcends the bonds of any religion, ethnic group, geography, or era, and the effects of this crime throughout the history are still felt by the victims and their descendants. The gathered delegates expressed hope that this occasion will focus attention on collective responsibility of governments to safeguard human lives, uphold the universal rights to live with dignity, and support humanitarian work.